Okay, here we are, and you guys know how I love, look up there, you know how I love those girls, that style. So I'm painting another one to say thank you, and the reason why is because yesterday's picture, or this morning's other picture was in the color scheme, so I'm going to carry on with that. So I've drawn it out in pencil. I'm going to show you what I've drawn out in pencil and how I started the process by doing it in felt pen, because you guys are going to be doing in felt pen afterwards. So I started off, and I had to add these afterwards. So if you put your girl more centered, you don't have to add the presents. So I'm not going to paint the presents right now. I'm just put them there for later. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing in the, such a weird angle for me. Turn it this way a bit, hope you guys can see. There you go. So I'm starting with the board. Maybe I should get my glasses on. Hang on, I can't see that far. Okie dokie, here I am, in my chair. Here we go. Okay, slightly excited about this one. So this is what I did. I started up here with the board. This does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be even straight when you're drawing it. She's just holding up a piece of paper, so it can be anything. Crooked, torn, whatever you want. So and the fact that it's not straight is what makes it kind of funky. So that's where I started. You don't have to write the thanks in there right away, but you can do it after. So her fingers, they're kind of interesting. They came down like this one up, and then it comes past the paper and then down a little bit. You can see that. And then there's this one. It comes just about the same size, comes in, the back comes out farther, and then comes down on an angle. And then this one came up. A little closer so you can see it. Not quite done. We have to do her hand yet too. So her hand also, this one comes out a little bit and then back down to the paper. Put the paper in front of it, make sure it's all connected, and there it is. So her fingers are kind of crookedly holding it. Does that make sense? Pause me there and just draw those shapes. Do it in pencil, have an eraser. It's what I do. It's not cheating. It's just sketching. So on this hand, I didn't know what to do with her fingers, so I put one that came up like that and then back. Has to go past the paper. The second one came up beside it. And third one, let's bring that one up that way. And then again, goes past the paper, a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, because that's not really what anybody looking at. They'll be looking at all this down here. So start centered. I did not start centered, so I got to carry on with it, but make sure you're kind of centered where you start your waistline. So my waistline's going to come here and here. So that should have been really pushed over into here and here, right? So that everything comes down straight. This I just added on after to fill that empty space. I mean, you can put anything, bunch of balloons. It was up to you. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to draw the first pleat. It's how I started. So I drew one section like that. It's narrow and it comes wider as it comes down. We have a little arch here to the next one. And that pleat came down a little bit and went wide. So this comes narrow up to the center too. They don't have to be even. And then narrow again. Another pleat like that. Round. That pleat goes up. This side goes up. And it's all coming narrow into the top. A little bit round. bring it down to here, curve, and go like that. This is going to meet. Now I can already see that I've got lots of pencils that I didn't follow when I did it the second time. So we've got some pleats that come down from here too. When I'm done, I'm going to erase all my pencil marks and I'm going to carry on. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit there so you can see the whole thing right down to her feet. The legs I found tricky, so you can see that I did a ton of erasing. So I came down a little bit and it slightly goes out where her calves are, and bring it in nice and smooth, and then it comes out a little bit and curves. That's where her shoe is. Here's where you're going to be doing at the knees and stuff, where you're going to be doing a lot of adjusting. I did a lot of adjusting too to get this. It's quite straight, and then it comes out a little bit, goes in, comes out for the calf, and narrowing down, narrowing down, narrowing down, and then veering out to where it's going to be in her shoe. Not perfect, but they're nice long scrawny legs. Okay, so this one here comes straight down, curves a little bit where her knee's going to be, goes in a bit, comes out for her calf, narrows in, veers out where her shoe is, straight down, right about where her knee is, curve it in, come out from her calf, come out from her calf, narrow, narrow, narrow for her ankle, and then a little curve round there. Her knees are going to be there. I'm not going to draw those in. I'm going to shade those. Her shoes, guys, I really got right down to the bottom as far as it could because I wanted her to have nice long legs. Right where it curves here, you're going to bring it in and make it pointy. Same here. Oops, fall off there. Bring it in, bring it pointy. And there's some little straps. I'm thinking that she's got like a little bow off the back, so maybe these are just the ribbons from her bow that's on the back heel. If you want her to have ankle straps, you can let her have ankle straps. So that's basically it for the girl. The rest is just going to be all painting. Right now I can see that one leg's a little fatter than the other. Oh well, nobody's perfect. So here's my boxes that I've sketched out. So this one's going to have a nice round lid. And going to give it some bow here. I don't know what that's going to look like when I paint it. There's my outside. I'm going to do black, white, black, white, black. And there's this one here. Make a nice stack. I know it crossed in front of the other ones. And it's going to have a white ribbon that goes across. So I'm going across on the top all the way. And then I don't see this one because it went behind there. I could put a bow in there. I don't know. Nice round one here. Round side, round the side. It's always got an arching motion, and that goes halfway over. I'm thinking this box is going to have polka dots. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't when I'm all said and done. And then here's another present here that I'm going to have. That one's just black. This one is going to be, maybe this one's going to be pink and white. I don't know. So striping it sideways. Pink, white, pink, white, pink. Maybe we'll, I should put a black ribbon. Maybe I'll put a nice black ribbon across sideways here like that. So that will be just a black ribbon over there. Wow, look nice. I'm not going to color in my polka dots because I don't know yet what I'm going to do with that. All right, that is your start. So I don't want to have, and I forgot my eraser. Back again. including the writing that's in there because I don't want that to mix. Oops. This properly so that I don't get marks from my easel in here. I don't want that to show in the paint, so I'm just going to take it off and I'll write it on later. Probably write it on there with felt pen as well. All the little pencil marks everywhere. Got a lot in here. One thing I could just scribble right over top of this felt pen because it doesn't come off and it doesn't smudge. Start with skin. All right, so we've got our water, right? Got your water, you've got paper towel, you've got 3 brushes, but I probably might use the big one there, but I don't know. Probably just stick with the angle brush. For now, I'm going to start with my round one. I'm going to make, and I've already got a pink and white there. I'm going to add some more white because it's completely dried out. Pink and white. And white, red and white, make some pink. Take a touch of yellow, stick it in there, and it's going to turn to a nice skin color. Okay, so now I got my skin color. I want it to be different than the pink that we're using. So let's go over here, do her fingers. Make sure it's nice and thin, guys, because I don't. She wants to have tiny fingers. Who wants fat fingers? Just try to color in the lines a little bit there. If you go over, you can always go back over it with your felt. You can give her fingernail polish if you want later. There you go. Just that one, just a touch. All right, and then her legs. So we're going to go all the way down with one color. And then we are going to give the highlight while they're still wet. So try to do this as quick as you can. You can have a lot of paint on there if you want. So that you can blend easier. Maybe you don't want her skin to be this dark, it doesn't matter. It's up to you with your skin tone. Right up there. Do both sides. Just got a little bit of yellow and showing that I didn't blend very well. Eek. It's okay. Beautiful. All right. Her shoes will be red. I want her shoes red, and I want. What else did I want red? Oh, the little tags in the back. Her little tabs here. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so well, first of all, we're going to highlight her legs. So, we're going to take a little bit of white. Try not to get too much pink in the white. And we're going to go down the center here. Not all the way to the top. It's got to be a little bit darker underneath where her dress is. So it's going to be maybe come like this much. Just so that it looks like her dress overhung it. I'm just going up the center of her leg towards the outside. Same with this one. So again, it's going to be a little bit rounded there. Exaggeration. All the way down the center of her leg, I like messy, you know me. Also lightens your skin tone up just slightly. If you get too much paint like I did, just wipe some off. Now kind of, you can already see that it already kind of looks like a shadow. I've got a little bit of brown left here. I'm going to take a little bit of brown and mix some in that corner of the color just so I have some darker stuff. It's still in the pink tone. It's going to go just underneath her dress here. Maybe have to add a little more. I want it to be noticeable. So starting here underneath her dress, just to that line that we did, a little bit underneath here, and as we painted it round. This one's on an upper angle. This one's rounded. And then we're going to take that light brown and we're going to go down the side, inside this leg, around the knee, down the side of the calf, and on the inside here as well. This one. Messy, does not have to be perfect. You're going to subtly notice it. A little bit on the outside there. A little bit on the outside there. I do it messy. It's on there and I'm sort of tapping it so that it's not a straight line. It's a little bit darker. Okay. So back to my original color. Because we went whiter, now we can make like a little point here where her kneecap is. Not all the way, just sort of halfway. That out. You see? Take a little bit of that brown and go underneath there. Where her knee is. Same under there. Just tapping. Bring that a little bit closer. I think maybe tap on that side there first. I'm going to bring this closer so you guys can see what that looks like. Such a subtle lightening of everything. So I just keep lightly going over it just so it shows, but it's just so subtle. So subtle. That's all I'm going to do with her legs. Might as well go to the straight red here right now and do her shoes. Pointy shoes. Her pointy shoes. Even I hold my breath when I do these little teeny bits. I know a lot of you do. There. Nice. Doesn't have to be too perfect, but it does have to be kind of close. Grabbing my cords. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I'm doing a little bit of business too while I'm talking with you guys. I sold out one event, and I'm going to use a bigger brush for this. I sold out one event, and so many people wanted to go to it that I have to do a second night. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm not worried too much that I'm going over these lines. I can still see them. I'm going to put all white in here. I'm going to touch my lines up later. Later when I do the final process. But this all has to be white. And then when I'm finished, I can go back over when it's dry with my felt pan and really crisp it up. And we're going to add some pink into the grooves for shadows, like in these parts here. Look at that. I guess the paint will react to the felt pen. Okay, so let's make some new pink, because my pink is now looks like skin. Tiny bit of red. It doesn't have to be super dark pink. Just a light pink's fine. So in these groovy parts here. Doesn't have to go all the way up. The grooves are just where it pleats in and it's kind of the shadow, so it'll make it look like a light pink skirt. So start there, go over those blue lines. I want those. This does not have to be perfect. That's one. Okay, that's. I just got an optical illusion. That looked like it was a top one. You're gonna have some pink that comes down from these two as well. There's a little pink dusting here and there. Let's give it a little pink dusting so it's not a complete white skirt. And maybe make the pleats just a tad darker. So a little bit of a darker pink. Oops, that's way too dark. Sorry, children playing upstairs. Oh, I like this better. Nice. Alright, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna move on up to my sign up here. It's gonna be completely pink. Just the fingers. I don't even care if I get all the way to up to the edge. So I don't want that blue to really bleed through as much as it did. But I'm going to take it, go around the edge, and I could probably go in there with a bigger brush after. And finish it off. I have a lady that wants to buy this whole series off me. And I don't know if I want to because I love them. I really love them. And I'm not even a girly girl. It's so weird that I really love these. I don't know why I love them, but I do. I don't know why I love you, but I do. I don't know why I love you, but I do. And again, I don't want this to be completely perfect. I can't understand you. So it can have darker pink, some whites, whatever, mixed around in there. It's all good. Paint on here too. paint. I don't want to go make any more. Oh, look at that. Got some darker pink in there. Beautiful. So now that I've got some canvas marks showing through here, just damping my brush in the water, not so that it's going to dribble down. And I just go over those little marks that show the canvas with a damp brush. Pulls all the paint around. Excellent. Very, very excellent. I want some more white. Oh, but my white is a mess. My white is a mess. If you hate that skirt can be done in black as well. Completely up to you. Come on, paint. Half a jug of paint here. It just doesn't want to come to the bottom. Whoops, there we go. There we are. Alright, cleaning all the pink out of my brush so that I can. Just want to have a little bit more white on this. The pink was just standing out too much. It was not subtle enough for me. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Alright, let's get to these gifts. What's going to be pink on here and what's going to be not pink on here? So, got some of that. Let's make some pink over here. Making some more pink and this vegetable. Alright, nice bubblegum pink. And I'm going to go pink here. Pink here. Whoops. Crooked hands. Pink. Every other one's going to be pink. You can still see that. Ah! No, not drinking. Just really clumsy. I'm not painting over that that thing there because that's going to be probably black. Do I have anything else I want pink? Oh, let's make this ribbon pink. Why not? And this bow. And this bow. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so the rest is going to be black and white. Going into black. Still not sure about her skirt. I might make it black after all. I don't know. That's the joy of painting. You can do whatever you want. So I'm going to make this rim black. If you guys aren't comfortable painting with the angle brush like this, use your round one. For me, I can use this one or the other one. Remember, if you're sitting, you got yours sitting on the edge, because eventually it's going to fall down. It could ruin your painting, potentially. Round brush. I'm missing too many little corners and things, so we're going to move in here with the round brush and just really straighten that up. Mama's either singing or talking to herself in the other room. Of faces going by, seeing how do you do. I love you. Ta-da! Not done yet. Black stripe. White stripe, black stripe. Yeah, that's pretty. So let's go with this. Will be a black lid. It's kind of a white top. Okay. The rest has to be white now. Let's see where we're going. So that I messed up with. That is supposed to be a white ribbon. It's going to be white on here. White stripe, white stripe, white stripe, white on top. I'm thinking maybe they should have pink polka dots. Pink polka dots. That's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, back to some white. Give it a little bit of highlights here. So it's going to have a little bit of going across here. Shimmer. It's the little shimmer that just makes everything kind of cool. Oops, white there, not black. Take a while, won't it? Going to add some whiteness in these signs. Just, I don't know, I think this is just going to lighten it up a little bit. Just some streaky stuff, just to bring some life to it. Now, still, what about the skirt? Am I liking it? I'm not liking it. I don't like it pink. Don't like it pink. Let's see what happens when I throw black over top of it. It's going to be a black skirt. It's wet, so allowed to change your mind. I'm already liking it better though. See how they all kind of come up to the top? right in these curves here, they're going to be darker. So make sure I put a lot of black on here. And again, it gets to be messy because I love messy, you know that. Looks like those, you know, those puffy dresses that were out and around that puffed at the bottom a little bit. They were in style a couple years ago. It's okay that it just morphed a little bit, isn't it? It's okay. Nothing wrong with change as you go. And I like that now it's messy. I do. Put a little red belt there too if you want. That would look really cool. Don't be afraid to be messy because that just actually made it look so much better. Really, really, really did. I think so too. I think so too. Need a bow. With white highlights. All right. So everybody thinks up there in the top, but can't do it right now because can't. Okay, so I'm going to take some straight red and look at this. I'm going to give her a little belt. And we're going to give it some white jewel. There you go. Now look at that. She matches her shoes. Awesome. All right, leaving that. I think that's as good as it's going to get. I kind of like it. When it's done, I'm going to go over all those with the felt pen again. But for now, I'm just going to sign it somewhere. I want to sign it black. I think I want to sign it black. Where? Sorry guys, I can't sign like that. So I'm going to sign it right here. And there you go. So later you're going to write thanks or whatever you want to write on there. 50% off. It's your painting. Depending on where you want to send it. Maybe you want to give it away to somebody and put their name in there. Alright? Well, thanks for hanging out with me. See y'all next week.